Alright guys, so welcome back to another tropical weather update, where in today's tropical weather update, of course, we're going to be tracking 91p, and there's also a new invest, which is 92p. The JTWC haven't marked that yet, but we have another special guest. Introduce yourself.
Yo, it's Stefan Storms, Bribe, and I hope you enjoy the coverage.
So first off, on the JTWC, looking at 91p. Honestly, on the JTWC satellite, it's very hard to see how good this system is looking right now. The JTWC have this as a low chance of formation right now. Now we're going on to tropical tidbits. Go take a look at the infrared satellite imagery on tropical tidbits. It has some very nice convection. I'm surprised this storm isn't on a medium chance or a high chance of formation. It's looking very, very good. You got consistent minus 80s in there.
And some minus 90s blowing up. If on the latest frames and on the first frames as well.
Yeah, so on the latest frames there are some brief minus 90s and some brief minus 85s as well. So that, have you got anything to say about the storm?
Well, for a start, I honestly agree with you. Really, they should have actually put this as a medium chance, if not a high chance, or a tropical depression at least. That it looks good. Like Cody before it became a tropical depression, and two, it also looks really good on satellite imagery. Now we're going to show you guys the true color satellite imagery right now, and this system is yesterday when I showed you guys the system on my channel, right? This system was not looking that good. Now it's put all that convection on it, stops the dry air, stops the wind shear, and it's now trying to get an LLC trying to form. Once it does that, honestly, I think we'll be named. But if you have a look at the true color satellite imagery, even the high res satellite imagery as well, the high res satellite imagery, that is one of the best satellite imageries on tropical tidbits, and if you look at that, that is absolutely stunning right now. Even for tropical cyclone Tiffany is still blowing up good convection over land, and this system looks like it's moving more north, when clearly it's not. It's moving west-southwest, and it's going to be moving off the coast in the next 2-3 days. But it could move off the coast and then form in the next few days. Don't really know, so yeah, what would you say about the storm curse, Tiffany?
So right now, Tiffany, it's not looking too bad. I'm actually pulling up some imagery of it now, but I don't think the storm's looking too bad. You guys can see the infrared loop here. It isn't looking too bad. There are still some very notable minus 90s near Northern Territory, Australia. It looks like this system may have went back out into the ocean already before going more northeast. Flash flooding will be very bad in these areas of Northern Territory in Australia, as it loses its convection, and all of a sudden it just starts to gain loads and loads again. And personally, I think that this could be a very bad rainfall threat for Northern Territory in Australia. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you tropical tidbits. I'm going to show you the GFS model for 91p. We're going to have a look at that now. So Right now, the GFS is saying this has 1,003 millibars, and they're expecting it to form into a cyclone before sort of meandering around, before then intensifying to a 990 millibar system, before then weakening as it looks like turning extratropical. Um, it could be very powerful. Luckily, no threat to land, and I'm also going to show you the simulated satellite imagery, the simulated IR satellite imagery for 91p um, on the GFS model. Taking a look at it, you can see it definitely forms into something, but then it looks like it breaks up, and it does definitely look like maybe not turning extra tropical, maybe still being tropical, but it looks like it may have lost a lot of its intensity by then. Um, or turning subtropical-ish. Have you got anything to say about this, Declan?
Well, yeah, I was looking at the simulated IR imagery, and I agree with you there. About I think let me find it. The imagery. 17th of January, which is in 2 days. Um, it starts to get wind shear on it, and then by the 17th of the 19th, the model run, it literally the wind shear blows the convection off for until the 18th, and then the 19th, 3 days, and then on the 19th the model run, it starts to blow up its convection again. But then then the center gets covered with convection, but it's only reaching